Good morning and welcome to classroom setup day 2. I am officially going back to school and going to start some stuff. Today is Tuesday, July 30th, and I know I said in my first video that I wasn't going to go back to school until Thursday, August 1st, but because of the way that they're doing carpet cleaning and my hallway is used for rugs to be cleaned and dried, I figured I would just go in today and tomorrow and then only go in for my screening on Friday, so that way I can use next week as really majority of my prep week, and this way I won't have to use the whole week. I can do some other stuff in between there once my classroom is set up, because I go back to school on the 12th. I am doing PD for our daycare, and then our first formal day back as whole staff is the 13th. On the 13th, we have new student orientation, which is basically new student meet the teacher. So it's just a fun night for them. And then Thursday we have open house. So those 2 nights are going to be big nights and nights that we have to have our classrooms completely set up for. So going in today is exciting. I'm so ready for it. I am going in earlier than I wanted to. It's only 7:20, and I was going to go with my husband later and our daughter and just drop everything off and then come back, put her down for a nap, all that stuff, have him help me move stuff around before we go so I don't scratch the laminate on the floor. But I went to the gym this morning, which is why I still am red like an hour later. I'm gross and I haven't taken a shower yet. It's so humid outside. I figured I would just take my first load of stuff to school and then come back, get showered, breakfast, get her up, all of those things, and then we would go back to school a second time with my desk chair and the second bookshelf that I have to put together today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all of this stuff just into school, and then I'm going to kind of show you what I have to do today. So I will see you when we get to school. My bag ripped. I use this for groceries all the time. My grandma got it for me from Cracker Barrel. It completely ripped. I guess all of the books were way too heavy. Seriously. This thing is full of books. So, R.I.P. my poor bag with the crazy chicken on it. I'm just gonna kind of hold and balance you, so I'm sorry if it's super shaky. So I brought everything in and I'm gonna head home. Before I really get into today, I kind of want to do this is what it is to start out with, because this is officially day 1 of being back here. So from the door, there's my bathroom. You can see the counter is full of stuff. I need to throw the really big carpet away because it is disgusting. You can see all the stuff I just brought in. The stuff that needs moved that my husband's helping me with, we're moving that bookshelf back, and I'm getting rid of that big bookshelf and replacing it with a much smaller one. I eventually will need his help moving the filing cabinet. We're not going to do that today. That mailbox set needs to go back over here by the door. This needs to be moved over to the Science and Discovery Center area that is back here. I need to get rid of that TA desk because I won't have an in-room teacher's assistant this year, which opens up some more space, so I'm not super disappointed about that. But yeah, this is the whole room. I also don't need all 6 of these tables. I really only need 4, and this is back here. And all the mess on the cubbies. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to head home. I'm going to shower, eat breakfast, get dressed, get my daughter up, get my husband up, and then we're gonna come back here in just a little bit to officially get started on classroom setup. All right, we are back. You can kind of see my husband in the background in the parking lot. So I obviously took a shower and like got ready, and now we are here just dropping off the last bit of stuff that I needed help carrying in. You can see my daughter. She's playing with a ball that she found. So we're just gonna move a couple of things now, and then I'm going to drop them off, put her down for her nap, and then I'm gonna come back and really get to work. All right, here it is. It's official. I'm officially back in my classroom, and I have my little crisscross chair. I just put it back together. We had to take the back off of it to fit it in the car. But we're in here, and I'm here again, and it's officially time to start. Like, it's there. It's now. And I'm just excited for it. So I already am losing steam because I've been up since 5 and like going since 5. Um, but I do have kind of a plan for today. So I'm going to be here for a couple of hours. I'm not going to be here all day long. Obviously, it's already like 11:30. I think the plan is to put together some furniture. I really want to get the Discovery Center started, and I also want to build the shelf form inside the bathroom so I can start getting some stuff off cubbies, and so I can start kind of like seeing how that's going to work before I take away my big shelf, before I tell them to take it away. I really want to see, is it going to work? Is it going to work? To have the Discovery Center with a shorter shelf, because I stored so much on that big shelf. So right now it's really just kind of testing the waters a little bit and seeing, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? I'll find a use for the bookshelf if it is not going to work the way that I want it to. I don't know why I did air quotes. If it's not going to work, it's not going to work, you know. So I think those are the two zones I'm going to focus on. Those are the first two I wanted to focus on initially anyway. So I'm going to focus on those two zones, the bathroom, getting supplies put back, and then also the Discovery shelf. So that way I can see if that area is going to work, how I'm going to set it up, like all of those things. I'm trying to kind of see how it's going to look. And like I said in my first video, I still don't have 2 of the shelves in my room. I have a shelf that goes by the door that holds the cubes, that like the cloth cube organizers that hold our glue sticks and markers and colored pencils and all of that stuff. Their paints, they don't keep their paints in their seat pockets because they would get paint all over their seat pockets. And that kind of stuff. I don't have that, and I don't have my library shelf, and a lot of the stuff that's inside the cubbies is the stuff that goes on those shelves. So I won't be able to clear off the cubbies. And in my last video that I filmed last week, I thought that the summer program was over last week. It's over this Friday, so I won't be able to get my stuff or my 2 shelves back until next week, whenever they aren't busy, like our custodial team, whenever they're not busy, and we have a couple of really big construction projects happening at the moment. So I don't want to ask too much, but I do need those bookshelves before Friday. So that way I can get the stuff cleared off so I can put their cubby tags in to be ready for, because after next Friday, like that Tuesday, that's new student orientation, and that's when most of our kids in kindergarten come in because they're new to the elementary school. They aren't in preschool anymore. So yeah, just a lot of things bouncing around in my head. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my projector, pray that it still works, and connect my school laptop and connect to some Spotify so I can listen to some music while I'm working, and I'm just gonna get stuff done. Okay, that is done. Look at how beautiful it looks. It's kind of uneven. Like, I'm not a huge fan of how uneven it is with like plastic dowels in it, but it'll be fine. I think it'll settle as I put stuff on it, and I think it will be fine in the end. Like, I think it'll be okay. It does have wood, like cardboard pieces to put on 4 of the back panels. It's like zigzag back panels, but I did that on my bookshelf. I got it from Target too. It's the same kind of key organizer, but it has 12 slots on it. I think it's 12 slots on it, and the kids just push the books through the back, like through the nails. So, and I can only imagine what state it's going to be in after it comes back from the summer program, where I'm not watching them. Be gentle with it. So that's the way that is. There's an outlet there. I'm going to bring some outlet covers from home to cover up. I don't think there's anything that's going to need plugged in there, so then I can move it over, the shelf over a little bit, so it's a little bit more square on the wall. And then I'm going to put a bulletin board, well, not a bulletin board, but I'm going to make a bulletin board with some Better Than paper and border for our Discovery Center, because that used to be, like I said in my last video, over there where the kitchen is. And this will just give them way more space. And since I don't have a second desk in here for a teacher, it makes a lot more space in the room. So I don't have to worry about like working around that. So that's done. Check. That took about 30 minutes less, actually. It was like 22, I think. So I finished that. The next thing on my list is to make the utility shelf for inside the bathroom. Before anyone says anything about a shelf in the bathroom, I have a much smaller utility shelf that was already in my room in my closet right here. You can see it, it's that white. At the end of the school year, moved that into the bathroom, and I put our Ziploc baggies and Clorox wipes and things like that in there. And the kids didn't mess with it. Like, I covered it up. I was so worried. I put a tablecloth over it. The tablecloth fell down, and the kids didn't mess with it. They just knew not to. So now the beginning of the school year might be a little bit different, but our preschool teacher, who's next door to me, she has like a wardrobe for storage in her bathroom, and a lot of the kids came from there, so they know not to mess with things in the bathroom. And if I have any behaviors, then I will obviously reconsider it. Nothing that is harmful to children goes on a shelf that they could reach. And if they were to try and climb it, it would just pull over. So I think I'm going to, it doesn't have like mounts for the wall, but I'm going to put some wall mounts in just to be safe, because I don't want them to pull it over on themselves. I finished the stuff in the bathroom. Let me go ahead and show you that, because that was a lot, but it was good. It looks amazing. So it is super duper echoey in here because of the fan, but ta-da! Everything. Slide the tripod down. There we go. Everything in here set up great. I've got some of the supplies that were left over from last year in here. I'm super set on baggies, sandwich baggies especially. Oh my goodness. And I think we only asked for gallon size this year, so I'm thankful for that. Definitely need more wet wipes and disinfecting wipes, because we go through them so quickly at the beginning of the school year especially. Okay, so now that I have that done, what I'm going to do is probably set up the rest of the furniture that I have to put together because those two things didn't take very long. It's not even 12:30 yet. It's going by super quick, like at a good pace. Like I'm keeping up with stuff the way that I need to, which is awesome. I'm getting so much accomplished. So I have a 3-shelf bookshelf that is replacing one of those yellow tables as my writing table to free up some space since I moved from this back corner. I had been using the counter space back here to hold all of my papers. I think you can see, yep, those that I sort papers in for the week. I have 2 sets of those, so I can do 2 weeks at a time. And then I have some bins for holding centers materials, so I can have those out too. Some Sterilite containers, like drawers. So I'm going to keep that up at the front of the room by my desk. But I have a tall bookshelf to be able to replace some of the counter space that I'm losing to hold my monthly binders for papers and all that kind of stuff. So I need to put together the big tall shelf, and I need to put together the little 3 shelf bookshelf, so that way I can start sorting out some supplies on those things. All right, I had to take off a shelf, but here is everything. That bottom shelf is going to be just teacher manuals and things that I don't feel like getting out at the moment. And I need to re-hot glue gun the OG material sign. It fell off when I picked up the basket, but that's okay. So this is what this is going to look like this school year. All right, it is 3 o'clock and I'm going to call it done for today. I will show you the room at the end of today just to kind of like recap some things. I moved my dramatic play area to be in that long bookshelf with that rainbow carpet, and I think I'm going to kind of move some things around and like pull the bookshelf out again and move some carpets, like my big blue carpet, to be there instead. To try and make it a little less cluttered. I'll show you what I mean in a second. I spent some time catching up with some coworkers who were also here because I also asked their opinion. I was like, tell me, what do you think? Is this cluttered or not? So we did that, and just getting some insight on some of the screenings that I have this week. So yeah, just really good, a good day, a really productive day, and I'm so ready to go home. I don't think I'm going to work on anything but maybe painting my little table and chairs after my daughter goes to bed. But I would say day 2 is day 2, but day 1 of actually doing anything has been super successful. I'm really pleased with how this has turned out, and I am excited to come back again tomorrow and work for a little bit, and to come back on Friday and work for just a little bit as well. It has been a good day. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll be kind of done with today. All right, if you think back to what it looked like at the beginning of the day versus now, that's the dramatic play area that I'm kind of like seesawing on a little bit. You can see I moved my little car carpet to be back here in the discovery area. I think I may move that. I feel like it makes it look a little bit more cluttered. I'll save that just for indoor recess. Yeah, I have all of this stuff here. That's someone else's yoga ball, not mine. And my little area back there. Yeah. Yeah, that is day 2, actually getting some stuff done. Thank you for watching and joining along with me today. It has been a pleasure to show you what's going on in my classroom. Go ahead and hit that like button so other teachers can see my content, and subscribe if you want to stay updated on what's going on in my classroom. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.